Hi, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you everything I'm eating today on a low calorie density plant-based diet. I've lost over 35 pounds eating this way without counting calories or weighing and measuring my food. And I've kept it off for a year and a half. Before I get into the food, I want to thank VOS Ceramic Knives for sending me a selection of their amazing ceramic knives and for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate them supporting my channel, and new knives is definitely something I've needed for a while. I've had the same two cheap knives for over 5 years, and since I've used these new ceramic knives a few times already, I've noticed a huge difference in how sharp they are and how easy it is to chop up my veggies. They provided a discount code to any of my viewers, which I will link in the description box of this video. All right, for breakfast, I am going to make a big bowl of nice cream. So it's going to be just some frozen bananas, some of these coconut stevia drops, which I've been loving, and some of this superfood powder, which is mainly spirulina. So I'm going to blend it all together, and it's going to be a dark green color because of all this spirulina in there, and also a splash of soy milk. It has been 115 degrees here in Arizona lately, so I'm really enjoying anything that helps keep me cool, and this is just a really refreshing breakfast or dessert. One of the questions I get asked quite a lot is about fruit, and should you monitor the amount of fruit that you're consuming if you're trying to lose weight? And to that I say absolutely not. Bananas are 400 calories per pound. Most fruit is anywhere between 150 and 250 calories per pound. So very low on the calorie density scale, high in fiber, high in water content, and full of vitamins and nutrients. And there's a study that Dr. Greger from nutritionfacts.org mentions, which is basically where they studied the effect of unlimited fruit consumption on weight loss and health, and basically they found that eating a lot of fruit and as much fruit as you want until you're satiated does not hinder weight loss. I will link that video for you in the description box. Oh my goodness, it looks like cake batter. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Now this works so much better in the food processor than in my blender. If this were my blender, I'd have to open it up and keep stirring it and try re-blending it 5 or 6 times in order to get it anywhere near this. So this is a Ninja food processor that I've had for quite a while. Yes, please. Look at that. Added some cinnamon on top. All right, for a snack, I am going to chop up 4 carrots and make a dip to dip them into with chickpeas, a big handful here of dark leafy greens. This is just some salad mix that I have. Normally I'd use baby spinach, but I didn't have just baby spinach, so this will do just fine. I'm gonna pop that in the blender together with some garlic powder, some chili flakes, a splash of lemon juice and apple cider vinegar, which will just give it a kick and give it some tanginess to it. A few drops of liquid smoke, probably around 10 to 15 drops, and some sea salt, and the entire can of chickpeas. I'm just gonna rinse these really well, and then I'm gonna put all the ingredients together. I'm gonna use a food processor instead of a blender. It's going to make it kind of a chunkier dip versus completely creamy and smooth. I enjoy both of them. Normally I would use the blender and have it very creamy, but I tried it the other day in the food processor, a bit of a chunkier dip, and I actually really enjoyed that. So I'm going to be doing that again. And I'm going to be peeling the carrots with the ceramic peeler that comes with the VOS set. So the blade of this is actually ceramic as well, which is really cool. I've never seen that before. So when I make recipes to share with you, I write down a specific amount to use just because it can be, convenient for people trying to replicate the recipe. But normally I just kind of wing it and add how much I think I should of each ingredient, and it tends to turn out pretty good. Splash of apple cider vinegar. I love the taste of lemon or lime in dips, so I tend to add quite a generous splash of that. And I'm gonna blend this up. If you want your dip to be a little bit more liquidy, then you can add a splash of water, but I like mine to be thick and chunky. And something else I recommend is making extra of this. So maybe double the recipe and use 2 cans of chickpeas and put some into little glass containers in your fridge with airtight lids so that next time you want a snack, you don't even have to get out your blender or your food processor. You've already got this made, and you can dip no oil fries, no oil sweet potato fries. You can use cucumbers, you can use bell peppers or celery, and dip them into a dip. All right, for lunch, I am going to make a salad with some half and half organic salad mix, some cooked barley that is almost cooled now, and shredded carrots, half of a yellow onion, and some Roma tomatoes, which are my favorite. And I'm gonna make a dressing that I showed on TikTok and on Instagram. I started filming these quick little videos sharing tips, tricks, ideas, recipes, and I've actually been having a lot of fun making them. So I'm going to share some of them at the end of this video if you want to see them, and you can also follow me along there as well. So what I do is I blend up an entire ripe mango. Now it has to be really, really ripe and juicy and sweet, and about an inch chunk of peeled fresh ginger. You can also use powdered ginger if you want, a teaspoon of that, and some garlic powder, and about 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I also used a tablespoon of miso paste, but I'm all out of that right now, so I'm gonna have to make it without that. But it tastes really, really good. Honestly, I'm not a huge dressing person. I can have my salads just with some lemon juice squeezed all over it, but this is kind of a nice fruity dressing for your salads if you wanna give this a try. This ceramic paring knife cuts into tomatoes so easily and doesn't squish the tomato. My other knife, whenever I would cut ripe tomatoes, it would turn it all kind of into a squishy mess. And this cuts tomatoes like little slices of paper. I could eat tomatoes just as is. I love to have a snack of 3 to 5 sliced Roma tomatoes with some lemon or lime juice on top and some sea salt. Just have a plate of that, and I love doing that. Yum, yum. I've got my big salad bowl here, and I'm just gonna put all the ingredients in and mix it all together at the end. So I've got the shredded carrot already. Put all of that in there. And this is 1.5 cups of barley. All right, last but not least, we're gonna add in 2 big handfuls of dark leafy greens. I try to eat greens daily. And if I don't have a salad, I will blend them up into a smoothie, blend them up into a dip, or put a handful of spinach in a soup that I might be making. And I like to chop up my greens because I just don't like eating big mouthfuls of lettuce. Voila, this is all for me. Big bowl of salad, yum, yum. All right, so I've got my mango in my blender. I'm adding my chunk of fresh ginger, some garlic powder, splash of balsamic, and I've decided to add some lime juice as well. And let's blend that all up and add it to the salad. Let's add our dressing on top. And give us a good mix together. I like to include a wet starch in at least 2 of my meals. So that would be like a baked potato or sweet potato, rice, barley, quinoa, millet, oatmeal. And there we go. And again, I like to say this often. If weight loss is your goal, I know you could be used to the feeling that you need to measure out your portions or count calories or weigh your food or count points or whatever it is that you've done in the past or that you've been told is the only way to lose weight. But I really want to encourage you to eat until you're comfortably full. If you're eating under your hunger drive, you're only going to be able to do that for so long until you just have these intense cravings for junk food, and it's not going to be sustainable. I really believe that one of the big reasons I've been able to continue this way of eating for so long and maintain weight loss is that I'm eating until I'm full. I'm eating large, satisfying portions of food, and I don't feel like I'm going without, or that I'm having to use willpower or motivation to, eat less than I want to. I really don't believe in doing that. All right, time to go enjoy my yummy lunch. All right, as a snack, I am having a bowl of some frozen pineapple chunks and some rose petal tea. This is caffeine free. I got it at TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago and I've really been liking it. And here is what's in it if you want to pause the video and see that. And the pineapple was just from a bag of frozen pineapple chunks that I got from Walmart. I put these in the bowl about half an hour ago just to let them kind of semi-thaw out so they're not completely frozen. I just think fruit makes the perfect snack. For dinner, I am going to make a kale and sweet potato soup. I've got an entire bag of sweet potatoes I bought a few days ago, and I've definitely got to start eating them up. I'm also going to add in a can of black beans, some frozen peas, frozen corn, a zucchini chopped up, the other half of the onion from my lunch, and some barley as well. And then I'm going to add in all my favorite seasonings and spices, garlic powder, chili flakes, the usual. I like to keep it really simple when making soup, so I'm just going to chop everything up, add everything to a pot with 6 cups of water, and cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes. All right, so I've added all of the chopped veggies and the frozen corn and peas to the water, and I'm just going to let this cook for 20 minutes. And then for the last 10 minutes, I will add in the can of black beans, the cooked barley, and the kale, and the spices. All right, the soup is pretty much ready, so we're going to add in our kale, barley, the black beans, which I've rinsed, and let's just give it all a good mix together. Might have to add a little bit more water to this, so I'll just boil water in my kettle and add a splash more water. I'm gonna add some chili flakes for spice, some ground cumin, and of course lots of garlic powder. You guys know I love garlic powder and onion powder. And voila! Alright, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out the playlist called Weight Loss for more than 50 videos like this one, where I go into detail about weight loss and healthy living following a plant-based low-calorie density diet. This is how I ordered oil-free, low-fat vegan at the Cheesecake Factory. I took a look at their menu and chose the vegan Cobb salad. I don't like beets, so I took those out, and I added a few other ingredients that I saw they have on their menu, like corn, onion, and bean sprouts. And I used lemon juice instead of salad dressing, so it's oil-free. And then for extra starch, just to keep me full, I ordered a side of rice with some soy sauce, and I'm having warm water with lemon juice. Let's make some coconut and banana dessert oatmeal. I'm using 3 dried cups of old-fashioned oatmeal for 2 people. Once it's cooked, I'm adding in lots of cinnamon, a 1/3 cup of unsweetened soy milk, and a few drops of this coconut-flavored stevia, and an entire sliced banana. Enjoy! If you want to get yourself to eat more vegetables, even if you're not a big fan of them, I recommend getting a big bag of dark leafy greens, either kale, spinach, or salad mix, and adding a big handful to your smoothies, soups, and dips. And spinach is only 104 calories per pound, so adding a big handful of spinach to your meals like this can also help to dilute the overall calorie density of your meals and help you lose weight without even really having to eat less food.